Good morning, everyone. It's Sandy Welch. How are you? Welcome to Sunday Morning Moments. So glad that you are here this morning and just wanted to say welcome. Today we're going to be talking about the fact that there is hope. You have amazing things to look forward to, and I'm going to tell you a few reasons why. And I just want you to believe it. I want you to own it. I want you to know that it is possible. And today, if you want, you can click share and share this Facebook post. If you're watching on my YouTube channel, please click subscribe and ring the little bell so that you get my notifications. But I'm super excited about this morning because what I want you to know is this, is that today is a new day and tomorrow is going to even be better than today. I want you today to know that there is hope. And why is hope important? Because hope is what keeps us going. Hope is what makes life worth living. Hope is what keeps us encouraged. Hope is what says, don't worry, Sandy. Don't worry. Tomorrow is going to be a better day. And so I want you to know that the first part of being hopeful is that you have to be authentic. You have to know who you are. You have to know where you've been. You have to know what your story is. Do you have a story? Or has life been absolutely perfect for you? If life has been absolutely perfect for you, you're probably lying. So life is not perfect for anybody. It has not been perfect for me. And I was talking to someone this morning, and that's really why I'm doing this message this morning. I picked it out for this reason, is because the first 50 years of my life were kind of idyllic, if I could say that. I didn't really have any major problems. Of course, I had challenges. I had things I had to learn, things I didn't know. But I didn't really have a life that was full of the heartache and the heaviness that so many people go through. And I went, during my early 50s, I had one of the hardest seasons of my life, where I really started to be in a place of challenge and a place of unhappiness and a place of discontent and a place of frustration and a place of where I felt like I just didn't know myself anymore and I wasn't being myself and I didn't know how to be myself and I was in constant overwhelm and I was in a terrible place. And I didn't, because I had never dealt with failure before in my life, I didn't really know how to deal with failure. I don't know if you've been successful all your life, and right now you're hitting a season of your life where you're not happy because you're not being perfect. Guess what? Well, you don't have to be perfect. But boy, we achievers really like to be perfect. We like to be on top. We like to be number one. We like to be applauded. We like to contribute. We like to give. And when we're in a season of our life where that's not happening, it really discourages us. So if you're a high achiever and you're hitting a place in your life where you're just not achieving like you want to achieve, and you might even feel like you're stuck or that you're overwhelmed, just admit it and say, man, I don't like this season of my life. I just forgot I got my seatbelt on. I had to move over to get a better light. But who said your life has to be perfect? Your life doesn't have to be perfect. I just stopped in the middle of a video to unhook my seatbelt. It's not perfect. Who cares? I don't care. Do you care that I just unsnapped my seatbelt? I don't think so. Quit being so hard on yourself. You're not perfect. And guess what? You're not supposed to be perfect. The scripture tells us that God himself says you're not perfect and it's okay. I made you. I know you're not perfect, but I love you. And guys, that's why you can be so full of hope. Because in our imperfection, we have a God who is relentless. He is relentless to chase us down, to pursue us, to say, I love you. Let me put my arms around you. I love you. Talk to me. I love you. Let me be a part of your life. I love you. Let me just pour out on you. I love you. Just stand still and cry and let me soothe you. God absolutely loves you in your imperfection. He loves you exactly where you are today. And we are our own worst critics, are we not? That we feel like we have to be perfect. And that if we are not perfect, something is bad wrong. Well, guess what? Nothing is bad wrong when you're imperfect. It's just the fact that you're human. It helped me so much when I began to see that in this dark, deep, terrible part of my life that I was not happy and that I didn't feel effective and I didn't know what to do and I didn't like who I was and I just felt like I was a failure and I felt defeated. I felt overwhelmed and I didn't feel very hopeful. And I just stayed that way for 3 years until I got to a new part of my life. That's the second point I want to make today. Get help. Sometimes as Christian women, we think we're just supposed to suck it up and tuck it up and go on. But that's not really helpful. It's not healthy. It's not helpful. It does not benefit you because what happens is you just stay in the same place longer. You stay in the same place longer. Do you know that God has put gifted, amazing people in your path that you need to seek out and you need to go get help? Now, if you're in a dark time of your life, if you're in a place of struggle, don't go ask just anybody for advice and for help. You seriously need to go and find somebody who knows what they're doing and they live their life from your perspective of success. You would be willing to trade places with them. You have heard other people say that they have helped them. Go to someone you can trust, but go and get help. The day that I made a decision that I was going to get help is the day that I started getting better. You're one decision away from getting better, healthy in your health, in your emotions, in your finances, in your life, and in your business. And the reason I really ended up getting help from a life coach is not because is because I was struggling in my business. Do you know when you struggle in your life, you struggle everywhere. When you struggle in your life, you struggle in your business. When you struggle in your life, you struggle at work. When you struggle in your life, you struggle in your relationships with your family. When you struggle in your life, you struggle everywhere, financially, emotionally, and everywhere. Girlfriend, go get help. Go get a life coach. Go to a Christian psychologist. Go to someone who can help you know where you are and help you get the path to get out of it. It's important. It's important that you be healthy. It's important that you be strong. And it's important that you have hope, because I stayed in a dark place for 3 solid years because I didn't know what to do to come out of it. But once God put in my path the right person, and I have been dealing with my life coach since the day I started. And I thought, Sandy, you don't pay her very much every month, but maybe you just need to quit paying her. But I don't. And you know why? Because she's important to me. And because in my life, I can quickly go right back to that dark place. But now I have hope. And you know why? Because I know when I get in the dark place, and I know how to get out of it. Isn't that awesome? You don't ever have to worry about getting lost if you know the way home. So don't worry about being perfect. Just go get some help you navigate the waters to get back to where you need to be. And then learn the skill you need to learn to get to the place where you need to go. And then have hope, because any day, any moment, any time that you get lost, you know the way home. You can find the way home once you learn how to get home. So go get help. And I want you to be encouraged today, because I told my friend this morning as she and I were talking, and she's going through a very hard time, and she's kind of on the edge of it, heading out of it. But she feels like the first big part of her life was the best of her life. And how is she going to navigate the next 5 years of her life, the next 10 years of her life, the next 15 years of her life? The best part of her life is behind her. And I want you to know that is so not true. And I can't persuade you of that except to tell you my story. The first 50 years of my life were great. But I can tell you, from the days that I was in that dark place, and now that I am out of that dark place, these last 5, 6, 7 years of my life have been the best of my life. The absolute best of my life is going through the dark time and coming out of it, and knowing how, when I head back into it, to come right back out of it. Because now I can help somebody else to know, oh, there's hope, girl. There's hope. Go get help. Please go get help. Learn the skills, start working on yourself to get better, and know that today, because you know the way home, there's hope. There is hope. There is hope because now I know the way to get out of this. I know the way to know that tomorrow when I wake up, it is a brand new, fresh. Oh, that's brand new and fresh. Do you see what I mean? We're not perfect. You don't have to be perfect. But this is a brand new, fresh day today. It's a brand new, fresh day. It's a fresh opportunity. We take a deep breath. When the madness rushes into our brain, we breathe and we breathe and we breathe until the madness calms down and we say that was then and this is now. This is a brand new day. I am great. I am good. I am powerful. With God, there's nothing that God and I cannot do. I am strong, and today is the first day of the rest of my life, and because of that, there is hope. So I hope today that you know that there is hope. There's hope for you. There's hope for your future. And your future truly is the best part of your life. And let it start today. Thanks so much for tuning in to Sunday Morning Moments. I would ask you, if there's anything about my Sunday Morning Moments that encourages you, please share it. If you're on Facebook, click share. If this has been a blessing to you, please leave me a comment. Please say hello to me. And then if you click on my Facebook link you see above, and then register at Facebook, subscribe to my channel, and click the little bell so that you get my notifications. Much, much, much love to you. And there is hope. Have a great day.